Oh my gosh, so close, so close. We're just going to move the arm. What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to a perfect live stream that requires no manual manipulation of the camera arm mount. What is going on, everybody? We're doing a rare Sunday. I'm going to move some of these around. A Sunday live stream. Why? Because this weekend was absolutely ridiculously busy. Absolutely ridiculous. And it just worked out that we would do one on Sunday. And nobody knew about this except for patrons. I didn't announce it. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to make it a surprise. And mainly because I just did not have time to make any posts at all this weekend. I had so much going on. But I like to do my live streams. I like to not get them, to not put them off or not skip them. Especially with a forced skip coming up as soon as my third child is born, which I'm going to take a couple of weeks off from doing really anything. You'll still get content, like I always said. All my content's pre-recorded, so I've got plenty of content lined up, but no live streams for a week. So I'd like to make sure that these happen so that everybody can participate. I'm basically just talking here while I'm lining things up and saying really mindless things so that I can keep myself from being completely silent here. All right. We actually have room for a couple more knives. What do I have? What do I got laying around? I can put some budget knives out here. Sure. Let's put some random budget knives out here. Hey, here's a cool one. Oh, did we fill the screen? All right. Yeah, we pretty much filled the screen. I think we're good enough there. Okay. Anyways. Like the blue and black? Me too. I like blue and black. Good luck with the upcoming arrival. Thank you very much. Everything is going perfectly so far. Oh, we're right at the end. No issues. No issues at all. And everything's looking good. Thank you very much, Shay, for the 5 memberships. Congrats to the people who won. So Friday evening was my nephew's birthday party, and we had to do that. Got my nephew, and he's got two brothers, and they're all younger kids. Got him Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, so that was, I feel like that was a good birthday present. They were pretty pumped. And then on Saturday evening, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I went to a crawfish boil, which happens every year in my neighborhood. And one of the first neighbors I met when we moved in here, he was like, "What's up? Do you like crawfish?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, we do a boil every year." And I was like, "Oh, awesome!" So we've been doing that. I'll never miss that. Very important. I ate a lot. My son loves them. My daughter loves them. If you watch that reel, you'll know that my daughter named one Crabbo, and we ate Crabbo. We ate him good. Ah, so glad I could get one of these in. We still have 8 mystery knives left. 8. Nobody has any idea what they are because they're off camera. But if you're here and you stay here for the drawing, then you have a chance to win. Just make sure you follow the instructions on the note cards. You thought you missed it on Friday? Yeah, everybody thought they did. I didn't tell anyone what was going on. I was like, man, maybe I could make an announcement, but like I make every single one of those little thumbnails, or like when I make like posts and things, and I was like, I'll just do it on Sunday. We are swiftly approaching 500,000. I think we're 12,000 subs away, which, ask me 4 years ago, would be like light years. But on random days, the channel will generate 1,000 subs, so it's coming. But I want to let everybody know, and so when you see this in the comments, be sure to reply to people and give them this info. The giveaway will not happen immediately at 500K. There's going to be a delay. I've got a baby coming. I'm also waiting on some of the most extravagant prizes. I don't want to pressure any companies, or anything like that. I want to give everybody time, but I'm putting together a pretty major giveaway, and I want to make sure it counts. It's important to me to do something special for the people who have helped support my channel, and I really want to make this epic. So it might be that we hit 500K and then a few weeks go by, or maybe even a month, and then we do it, but I want to do a proper celebration. So it is going to be awesome. There's going to be stuff from my personal collection given away, and there's going to be some absolutely insane pieces given away, including, if you watch the Herman reveal, Polish Custom Knives and Herman Knives donated a $1,700 Alema Damex. Not the Mantis. Well, you know what? I'll just show it to you. I got it over here. I'll show you what they donated. It's an Ishtar. Whoops. Herman Knives, and it's so beautiful. It's like purple, black, blue. Like the crystal, or like the hammered, almost crystallized titanium. Beautiful. And then we have the Alema Damex blade. Polished Alema Damex. $1,700. This knife will be given away as one of the extravagant grand prizes. Really cool. Look at that machining there. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous blade. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mirror polished edge. Yeah. Full-size knife. I think this is an awesome knife. I love that like deep blue black look that they did with it. It's really awesome. Love that backspacer too. Really cool. Yeah. That's one of them. We've got another gentleman who watches the channel. My buddy Rich donated to Chris Reeve. So I'll show that off real quick. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I am absolutely advertising my own. I'm promoting my own channel right now, but we have the not the Spenza, the small Inkosi. Yeah, here we go. Small Inkosi carbon fiber donated. Very cool, and absolutely something I think will bring somebody a lot of joy. Very beautiful. Comes with the box, all the original goodies. It's all right here. So yeah. More stuff incoming. Lots of stuff that is yet to be revealed. Waiting on a couple of things in particular, but we'll get there. Just putting that back. I want to keep all the prizes nice and safe in their boxes. But lots of stuff. I'm going to buy something, and I was thinking about buying a Hinder. I feel like it's appropriate to give away an XM. But one of the prizes I'm going to buy, I just haven't figured out what I want to buy yet. I've got an extended budget of about $500, maybe $600 to buy something. And we'll see. Tina, welcome to Knights Around. Knights Raise Your Swords for Tina. Kill the music. James doesn't like the music. Sorry, James. It's okay if you don't like the music. We've just been doing 8-bit for a long time. What's the knife? Third from left top. Sorry. Third from left top, vertical row. Oh, yeah. This is the one that I was showing. The Alcade. So this is the Riken Forever Steel Alcade. It's a lot like that Wii knife that morphs into a push dagger. So this is a folding knife that does lock out via a system that's very similar to that weird spine lock that Chris Reeve revealed a long time ago. You push a button right here and it morphs into a push dagger. And it locks into that position via a switch on the back. So you have two locking systems and the blade folds, making this a superior product to the Wii version. Very cool. And you can flick it out, right? Honestly, the ergonomics aren't bad. This is pretty chunky because the The system that allows it to operate is pretty intense, but man, is it, like, the operation is so good. From here, like, this is actually locked. This little button right here. So this is stuck now, but you can double lock it right here with that switch on the back. Right? Now, because this folds, I'm a little bit worried about that. I wish they had a second safety here. That lock seems pretty good, but it's still got a pivot right here. It's not fixed in place, so I wish there was a secondary locking system. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it, but it is very cool. I think there's a lot of crazy engineering that went into this. That's Decklink. I always forget that guy's name. Forever Steel. Thanks, Jacob. Love the channel. Thank you. Someone's losing fingers. I mean, I don't know. Like, don't go out and, like, punch. Don't go out and, like, punch solid surfaces over again. That's, to me, that's one of those things that's kind of like a novelty and like a, maybe like if you get into a once in a lifetime situation where you've got to defend yourself, then, you know, maybe that does work. You still have to morph it. You still have to be like, hold on, it's morphin' time, and then the, you know, the Power Rangers music theme plays it, dun 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 dun, and you're like morphing it, and the guys, your adversary is just really confused. Try and stop me. Oh, that's Tri-State. What's up? I tried to trade Tri-State for the T6000 because he was like, man, like, MC recommended this, and he's made it sound like it was like a decent carry option. And I get the T6000 and it's like freaking huge. Oh, that's so funny. And you know, I never really elaborate very much, but I meant like, you know, it's smaller than the hulking T1000. Look at this thing, Tri-State. Look at this freaking absolute tank. It's definitely smaller than the T1000. So I tried to get it from him. I said, hey, I'll trade you. I've got lots of knives for trade. And he's like, no, I kind of like it. I'm jealous. I really want that knife. I was looking for an opportunity to get one without having to buy it. Oh, I didn't put my... Jeez. I didn't even put my promotional stuff up. Hold on. Got too excited about the live stream and forgot I'm supposed to promote my Patreon. I forgot I'm supposed to be an influencer. Gosh darn it. You guys are distracting me, and I'm trying to run a channel here. You guys are distracting me with fun and good times. If you want to join my Patreon, it's linked right at the top of the description. I will definitely talk about it again. But this month's giveaway is the Real Steel Evolution running on Phosphor Bronze. It has a button-operated frame lock, and it has a double lock, making it actually a pretty heavy-duty folder. It's also got S35VN heat-treated to 60 to 62, making it a legitimately well heat-treated blade. This thing is actually really badass. About 250 bucks. That's the Patreon exclusive giveaway of the month. I do one every month. If you want to join Patreon, you can do it for as little as $1 a month and gain access to literally everything. All the good stuff. Private knife sales, private content, private giveaways, private chat, private trade, private Discord, all the good stuff. It's linked to the top of chat. Don't worry, I'll talk about it again. Sencut is now made in Colorado, USA. I don't believe that, but I would love to find out that it's true. Where did you hear that? Hello, son. That's Conrad Ruiz. My son, everyone. Hello, Conrad Ruiz. Yes, of course. My son, Conrad. How could I forget? Conrad Complex. He's not really not my son. Figuratively. He's one of my many special boys. Delaney, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords. Once again for Delaney coming back as a purple knight. Oh yeah, Tri-State's my dad, so that's your grandson. Yeah, biologically, Tri-State. Don't ask us. Don't ask us what we mean by biological. We won't explain it. Papa's got time for everyone. Oh my god, that was awful. Come on down. Have a seat. Have a chat with Papa. I've been watching way too much Papa Meat Canyon. God, that guy's hilarious. And he lives in Kansas City, Missouri. He's not that far from me, but Papa Meat and Meat Canyon, those are two, man, that is one of my favorite. I love Charlie, Penguin Z0. And I love Meat Canyon. I absolutely love those two channels. Papa Meat is one of the greatest of all time. His animations are amazing and disgusting. Hey, thanks for that donation. I appreciate that. I'm gonna like that. Can I like it, or is that just a... Oh, I can. You can like it. Hey, guys, you can like his donation if you want to. I didn't know you could do that. Nitrogen Eyes. You can like it. Yeah, look at that. He's got 4 likes on that donation. That's really cool that they did that. I don't know why. It's just really satisfying. It's kind of like when you like the live stream, a bunch of confetti and colors come out of it. Here, everybody try it real quick. Click the like and it flashes a bunch of colors. A little tiny, little dopamine release there. If you click the like button, it's kind of neat. A little explosion of colors that doesn't do anybody any good but me. So thank you. Kezimo! Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm worried the Chiefs are leaving us. Do we have an update on that? Like, my wife told me that somebody was, the Chiefs were considering selling and, being owned by... If the Chiefs leave this area, I'm still going to be a Chiefs fan. Just going to let you guys know. Is that still going on? Is that still... I don't follow it closely enough. Are the Chiefs going to sell? MC Shabazz impression is actually killer. Every time I do one of these, I have to text Nick and be like, I'm sorry, man, I did another impression of you on a live stream. He always thinks it's funny. Hold on, let me warm up the... Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, let me warm it up. Hey, everybody. Nick here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this little guy right here. This is the Vanguard Cheetah. Look at this. Look at this pivot. Look at this pivot. You see this? Why would they do that? I've watched... Man, you have to understand, I am a legitimate ultra fan of Nick Shabazz. Highly influential figure. It had a huge... this channel was extremely influenced by Nick Shabazz. I watched literally all of his content. I still watch his content. So the voice is burned into my head. It's not possible for me to ever not appreciate Nick Shabazz. The one, the only, the Nick Shabazz. Wonderful human being, by the way, off camera. Nick Shabazz is a truly generous person, very good person. It's not an act. He does care. Super nice guy. Very helpful. Will always take time out of his day to help. Even when I can tell he's super busy and doesn't want to. He does it anyway. Yeah, I have to go a little bit deeper. I realize that Nick's voice is actually just a bit deeper than mine, so I have to go just a little bit deeper. Just to get the real Nick Shabazz, he's just a little bit lower. He's a little bit more masculine than me. Is the Gerber gear hinder or junk? Hold on. What the heck? Gerber gear hinder. I mean, probably. Like, what's the model? The giveaway has not happened yet. What's the model? Nick and I like kind of joked around with like creating this crazy conspiracy where I was him, and like we would release a series of uploads that like led people to believe that we might actually be the same person. So I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, like my live chat, if we decide to do that, just know it is a joke, but we might actually mess. We might take an April Fool's Day to like really mess with people. A few people kind of joked around that like we might be the same person, and you know, since nobody's ever seen Nick Shabazz, I was like, man, like we could really play with that. That'd be really funny, you know? My background is so close to it. It's so similar, you know? Do it on March 1st. Yeah, throwing people for a real loop and doing it like not on April Fool's Day. And like speckle stuff in here and there, and like it'd be funny to like accidentally have cuts of like the wrong background in place, like the one where mine's in there and it's subtly different. I mean, that's the only way you can tell us apart is our hands, you know? But for people who don't know, it would be funny to cut stuff in where people, you know, people try to piece things together. People who get locked into conspiracies. It'd be fun to kind of leave a little intentional trail of breadcrumbs. But that's a real coordinated effort. Top row 6 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, here. So I mean, this is polished zirconium, so I'm gonna put a glove on so you don't have to see my fingerprints. But that's one of my truly all handmade customs. That is a Francois Dutoy TF4 full. It's a 0 etch mirror Damacor blade. This is all done by hand. Everything is done by hand. Oil slick zirconium scales. We have polished titanium liners. We have a Damacor backspacer. And we have a Damasteel pocket clip. Custom pivot. Beautiful, beautiful. One of my most cherished possessions. I also consider Francois Dutoy to be one of the most incredible custom makers for the money, because the overall quality of this knife is so superb. You are going to pay a lot of money for a custom through him, but I mean, if you did the same work with a lot of other custom makers, it's going to cost a lot more. Everybody loves that knife, and I was introduced to Francois Dutoy by Scott, and I was like, I have to have. Like, I handled some stuff that Scott owned. I was like, I have to own one. It's crazy. I saw a big donation there. Thank you very much to Bradford Mitchell. Appreciate that. Thanks for your videos this week. I got 2 Grails, my first Herman, and a CRKT. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Kaleidoscope of Knives. Welcome to Knights Around, Knights Razor Swords for Kaleidoscope of Knives. Wow, there's almost 800 people on a Sunday evening? You guys must be bored. Thank you. Always fun. That's why I do these live streams, because you guys show up. You guys remember the early days where it was kind of rare for me to do a live stream. I'd do a live stream like once every other month. And I was like, well, people are showing up. Like, I should do them all the time. Man, that steel ranking video, like, I love doing it, but so many people just skip the intro. I had some, like, one guy, because I had to explain, I had to leave a comment. I was like, listen, this is not ranked by performance. It's based on how costly the steel is. What percentage of the knife you're buying? What percentage of that cost is going into the steel because of how costly it is to produce, generally speaking? this is helpful for newer people trying to understand right on a base level. I tried to do it that way just to be kind of helpful, and because I hate being argumentative about which steels perform the best, because that's all very subjective and circumstantial. So many people skip that very elaborate and well-detailed intro where I explain that thoroughly, and they're like, how dare you put the magnet, you put that here, and you put this here because of edge retention, bleh. And I was like, why did I do the intro? So I leave a big pinned comment trying to explain myself, and some idiot replies to that, and it was like, well, have you considered being a little more clear? Perhaps you weren't clear enough. Maybe you should be more clear so that people don't misinterpret what you're saying. And I was like, you didn't watch it either. I did. That's what I did. That's why the intro was 5 minutes long. I was like, you skipped it. That's why you're replying to this. Anyways, I got real fired up about that. Idiots. Not you guys. Well, maybe some. I don't know. But I was just like, God dang it. Stop skipping to the end. People got upset. They're like, why didn't you include this steel? And I'm like, I explained at the beginning, you can't see the hopper, like, because a lot of the steels are below the screen. They fast forward like to a certain point. They're like, why isn't my favorite steel in here? I'm like, it is. You weren't paying attention. You haven't gone far enough. Because you're like trying to skip to like 1 second of the video. God dang it. Anyway, sorry. I had to rant about that. Guess who got the first BPU and didn't have to pay secondary prices? This guy. Nice, Lucifer. That's awesome. A Battlefield pickup? That's sick. Is D2 underrated? I don't know. I mean, yeah. Like, you know what's crazy is like D2 actually has pretty impressive edge retention as a budget steel. And people like write it off as like this non-stainless like junk steel, and it's not. D2 is almost stainless, and it also is pretty tough and has pretty good edge retention. And people are like, it's old. It's not shiny. It's not new and shiny, so whatever. But D2 is really great. Actually, you know, I researched a lot more and kind of refreshed myself on a lot of steels. 440B is the same thing as 9CR18MOV, and I looked into the performance of 440B, and it's quite a bit different than 440A. But what's crazy is 440C is a lot better than I had ever given it credit for. So some of my lower tiers were definitely misranked, but I also have a newfound respect for 440C. It is very old, but it's still quite a bit better than I had thought. I also found out that 154CM, like if you make two blades with the same geometry and they're both heat treated optimally, one's 440C, one's 154CM, you're only at best going to get 10% better edge retention with 154CM. And they're otherwise extremely similar steels. Not perfectly, but they're very similar. I thought that was interesting. And that's marginal if you consider, like, they're both not incredible in the edge retention department, so 10% is not crazy. I was talking to somebody else about this. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. 10%'s a lot. If you're talking, like, insane levels of edge retention, yeah, but, like, neither 440C nor 154CM are really all that spectacular. So they're pretty low on the chart versus everything else that's out there. So it's 10%'s a lot, and then again, it's not. Like, 440C is just amazing that it's still hanging in there, you know? S35VN, and especially, like, looking deeper into S45VN, S45VN and SPY 27 are really impressive steels. They're really, really impressive steels. I think SPY 27 is more similar to S45VN than S35VN. I could be wrong about that, but S45VN is approaching the same stainlessness as M390, but it performs more like S30V. It's something like that. Bradford Mitchell, thanks for your donation. Appreciate that. I can't go to Blade Show, Lucifer, because my third baby's about to be born. I would love to, but I can't. I still have never been to a show. A lot of people, you know, pointed out that I'm a poser. This big-time YouTuber never even been to a knife show. Well, you're right. I still haven't. I would love to. I really want to, and I will one day. I'm not going to bring my 9-month pregnant wife to Blade Show. No thanks. And she would hard pass on that. But one day, absolutely. I did get a lot of... I'm going to flex a little bit. I did get a lot of VIP invites from various manufacturers. I'm not going to say who, but I do appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who sent me the invites and offers and things. That's very kind. But I unfortunately can't do it. You have the most expensive knife collection than most YouTubers. I don't know about that. I feel like, I mean, I appreciate that. I think I just have a lot of knives. But there are definitely some, like, I feel like Dirk Werning and at one point, like, Jim Skelton had some crazy stuff. I know that there are some YouTubers that, here's the thing. You guys think I have a lot of knives? I'm going to bring out Melissa Midwest again. Have you seen her tour of her like studio, like where she does? I feel like she has way more knives than me. And she has a lot of nice stuff. I don't know the value, but like the number of knives that she owns is wild. Nobody can ever say that she's not a real knife person. If you've never seen her tour her place, I was like, holy crap. What? She has so many. And that's why she has like pegboard everywhere. And I was like, man, I'm going to do that. So I'm totally going to copy Melissa and I'm going to put pegboard everywhere in this office and hang stuff. Because the way that it just looks so much more organized. But yeah, I think, and Neves has a ton of knives too. I have no idea the value, and I don't care to compete in terms of value, but I don't know which of us has the most. I would venture to guess I don't rank anywhere near the top in terms of most knives. Cedric, you mean Pete? Pete has $3,000 worth of Spyderco mules. That I believe that, yeah. Speaking of excellent human beings, not that Melissa seems very nice. I don't know her very well. And Dirk and Neves, Jared has always been kind over the years, but Pete is an excellent human being behind. I've gotten to talk with Pete. I talked to Pete on the phone for 45 minutes one day. That guy's just a real genuine dude. Super nice. Yeah, Pete's an awesome guy. And so is Tri-State. I've talked plenty with Tri-State. Tri-State's sitting there like, bro. Tri-State's also very, very cool dude. Very, very kind person. The latest on my design. I am literally just waiting for it to arrive. I'm going to reveal it. I'd like to reveal it before 500K, and ideally, as long as all three of these final prototypes check out, I'd like to give one away. I would like someone to be the first person on Earth to have it. That's outside of me. And I'd like it to be somebody who watches my channel. So I gotta get them, I gotta handle them and make sure that they're exactly what I want. And then I'd like to give one of the first prototypes away. I think that'd be really cool for 500K. Bruh. I haven't really, even like people that I've kind of like butted heads with, not many. I can't really say I've ever really butted heads with any other content creators. But even times where I've had disagreements, like everybody's pretty cool. That one guy blocked me. Alex, I always forget his last name. He makes fixed blades. He called me Cupcake. I just never understood what he was upset about. I was like, hey man, like why are you crapping on me on social media? He was like, you didn't donate to the thing. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he blocked me and somebody screenshotted his story and he called me Cupcake. I don't know. That guy doesn't like me, but everybody else has been pretty cool. Nut and Fancy, I'm guarantee has no idea I exist. I would be honored to meet Nut and Fancy in person, but I guarantee that guy has no idea I exist. It's not how many knives you have or what you do with them. Well, a lot of my knives just sit and look pretty, right? Because I'm a poser. I'm kidding, but a lot of them don't do anything. I can't use them all, and I don't want to use them all, but I have lots of users. The user value range is anywhere from $20 all the way up to $1,500. I always reference the Rockstead that was absolutely a user. It's got scratches all over it to this day and has a broken tip. That's my most expensive user. Fifth from the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the Max Ace Albatross, and it glows. This is a non-locking. It's a slip joint with a nice, not perfectly 90-degree mid-stop, and I like that because if you're closing it with one hand, the blade's at an angle and it's less likely to cut you on the way down. But here, let me show it off real quick. Oh, beans. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the highest? There we go. It's the right music for this. Trying to get it real blued up for you. Trying to get real blued up for my boys and girls here. Or whatever. Whoever you are, I don't care. If we got bears and helicopters watching, I don't care. Whatever. That's fine with me. Here we go. Blue! Woo! I didn't even give it a full charge, and the light on my laptop is still kind of dimming it a bit. I forget what flashlight that is. Oh, now it's too dark. I can't see the switch there. I forget what flashlight that is, but that's a cool one. I want to say it was like a $200 flashlight. It's loaded with tritium. This came from, his Instagram is JL Hawaii, but he has some awesome flashlights, and this is made in China, and it's obviously like, it's made to look like one of the crazy custom lights, but this is titanium. It's got tritium. I told him, I said, just do like a bunch of different colors of tritium. This is before the price of tritium just went through the roof. It's got really cool like changing LEDs, like multi-rotating LEDs. Really cool. And the very first click like rotates through and does like the pulsing and the different colors and things. It's almost like a demo mode. And then like it has, we got an ad.
Like that. Let's put it online and see what happens.
Shut up. And then like the first half click goes to, like moonlight, and there's a ton of different modes. It's ridiculous, but it's a cool flashlight. It's an 18650. Not custom. It's somewhere around. Tritium's cheap. Okay. For a while, it got really expensive. What's the third Kim 5000? What's the third knife in the second row with the triangles and the copper pivot? That is the Bifer, and it's a prototype right now, but this is a crazy guy. So this is Midgard's Messer and Fox. This is a 1/4-inch slab of Damasteel. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. This is the most impressive thing that Fox has ever manufactured. The D10 is nice. The blade stock is ridiculously thick, and that's just Midgard's Messer. But man, how cool. This is starting to patina because my hands are just... I got salty hands, I guess, but it's got a captive pivot. I don't know if the pivot itself is copper. Probably not. It's probably just coated or heated and something, but I guess the pivot dressing or the pivot collar is copper. The backspacer is copper. It's blackened titanium. It has a super heavy detent and just like a big, thick sheep's foot blade made of Damasteel. They'll also have the Bifer in Magna Cut. I also have that one. I haven't shown it yet, but I have a black Magna Cut version of this knife. It'll be expensive, but if you go to my reel on Instagram, underneath somebody questioned like how much it'll be, and I said I have no idea, but I bet you it'll be expensive because it's made in Italy. And Midgard's Messer replied with the price, the target price, and it was way lower than I thought. It's going to be expensive, but not nearly as expensive as you might think. So the 3.5 JK, I mean, I'll review it. I just need to get a sample here. I'll send it back. I don't have to keep it. What did I move that's no longer here? Did I move something? What came off the table? Okay, well, I'll put my carry knife out here. This is what I was carrying today. I got my front sprinkler system all timed and programmed, and my rear sprinkler system is all automated. My front sprinkler system, for some reason, the people who built this house, they didn't automate the front with the back, so I had to like do my own manual system, and I set up 2 heads today on a Rainbird timer. Got out there, measured, got it like fully calibrated, and the packaging had the packaging for the hoses and the system had so many zip ties, and I used this all day, really beat on it. And it was thrown around, it was in the water, it was laying in the grass while the sprinkler system was on it. I love that. That MSI with the gunstock original goat scales is so good. Oh, I removed the glow-in-the-dark one. Where did that go? It's just gone. Oh, here it is. Criminy. Put this bad boy back in my pocket. Really great. I know M390MK, like, their stuff isn't heat treated super well, but I got a couple nicks in there. Let's see how this thing's doing. So this thing today, I cleaned it off. It's a little dirty. It's got a couple of nicks in it. I think you can see there. Let's see how it's slicing. This is a regular user. It's still doing great. You know, like, I wouldn't be surprised if I found out this was a 59. But it's not terrible, you know. The edge is good. Maybe I got lucky and I got one of the ones at 60. It's fine. I mean, you can see. You can see where it's. In fact, yeah, you can see where there's like crap on it. It's doing all right. I always clean my blades off. I always put oil on. If they get water, I always put oil on them. It went through today. That thing went through 12 zip ties today. It's got a pretty robust geometry, so I don't know. Geometry is so weird. Like, I'm finding out just very slowly how correct Larry Thomas is about stuff. But the more that I learn, the more that I feel like I don't know. That's the crazy thing about, like, being interested in pocket knives and using pocket knives, is the more you do it, the more you realize how vast the ocean of knowledge really is. And I look back at my old explanation videos and I'm like, man, this is so wrong. Like, so much of my older content is wrong. I've had to delete videos because they're just wrong. Like, I've had people point out, like, in a polite way, like, dude, this is misleading. And I've gone and looked and then, like, checked up on myself. And I've realized, wow, that's correct. This is wrong. This shouldn't be on the internet. And I've removed it. And it's just the more I learn, the more I realize how stupid I am. It's just really, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. You know? You can't sit here and, you can't fake it. You can't fake it in the knife world. You just be honest and tell people what you do and don't know. You know? I know, like, what I'm really confident about is, like, a good quality design. Like, when like, a knife company or a manufacturer or a maker cares about the design and the materials and, like, the functionality and dependability of a product, the design, right, I feel pretty confident about that. When it comes to steel, metallurgy, and performance, I get a little, that's when the boat gets a little rocky. And it's been better for me over the years to just admit that out loud and just be like, hey, listen, it's not my area of expertise. And that doesn't rub well with a lot of people because they're like, man, well, you're reviewing pocket knives, so you got to know all that stuff. I'm like, well, you can still offer expertise in one area and then leave it up to other more professional members of the community to offer expertise in other areas. But I know enough to be like, here's where I recommend, like, for this zone, this is what I like, what I don't like. And then when it comes down to heat treat, geometry and things like that, and where blades are going to be good or bad in certain circumstances, usually a lot of it is just like, not necessarily guesswork, but you can it's like deductive reasoning, The more specialized and professional you are in an area, the more you're going to know anyway. So it's better to just, if you're considering like creating content surrounding knives, just be upfront with people about what you do and don't know. Like, just tell, like, hey, listen, if, like, I'm not a professional, so if you're looking for ultra super scientific stuff, it's not going to be here. Like, just tell people. Don't fake it, because you'll get called out immediately. There's always people who know more than you. I would venture to guess 20% of the live audience right now knows more about steel performance than me. Guarantee it. 20% of the people in here are probably better suited to inform you about metallurgy than I am. And that's perfectly okay. And it's okay to be wrong. Like, I thought for a long time I was, like, really right about certain things, and then I find out, oh, whoops. Like, for the longest time, I didn't realize that 440B and 9CR18MLV were actually essentially the same composition. Literally didn't know that. And you find out and you go, whoops. Well, I was wrong. And, like, my experience with this certain blades, it didn't yield the appropriate amount of information to be able to determine that. It just, sometimes it's as simple as just looking it up and fact-checking yourself. DM Patreon about 3.5. I'll send you. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Chris. What time is it? 7:13. We're already halfway through this live stream, folks. There's 1,000 people in here on a Sunday evening. I've only promoted my Patreon once. I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of really cool products, really cool knives I want to highlight tonight. Have you ever wondered what the heck does a guy like Metal Complex need Patreon for? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked very specifically that question. I'll help you out here. Patreon, the funds from Patreon, I absolutely will use them to buy knives for content. These knives sometimes stay in my personal collection. They sometimes get sold privately on Patreon for a massive discount, and sometimes they get given away on live streams like the one you're watching right now. But it does support the channel. I have made one of the tiers as cheap as I possibly could. It's $1 a month. If you join a paid tier, Patreon for some reason offers a free tier that does absolutely nothing. You can't see anything. You can't do anything. I don't know why they do that, but if you join the free tier, it doesn't do anything. So if you join a paid tier, as little as $1 a month, you'll gain access to literally everything. You can join a higher tier if you want. That'd be great. Thumbs up. It's more money, but you don't have to do that. You can join for $1 a month. It's even cheaper to pay by the year. It's like $10.50. You'll gain access to private Patreon giveaways. This month, for example, is the Real Steel Evolution with the button-operated frame lock, phosphor bronze washers, titanium frame, S35EN, about $250. That's the ongoing giveaway right now. I'll draw for next Friday. I do that every month. You'll also gain access to weekly Patreon exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff. You'll gain access to private Patreon chat, buy, sell, trade if you want to. Private Discord, which is only accessible via Patreon. A lot of stuff for $1 a month. But if not, that's perfectly fine. You can just watch my regular content for free. But Patreon is right there, pinned at the top of the comment section, the live chat. Do I have a PM2 Tanto? No. Every PM2 Tanto that I've ever owned, I gave away. Always gave them away. Blade HQ supplied them a couple of times, but I always gave those things away. And I'm kicking myself because the PM2 Tanto was kind of... It's like a secret legendary. It's like when you play one of the old school Final Fantasy games, like the PM2 Tanto is like the ninja, like the cool ninja class that's like super overpowered for some reason. Is that Final Fantasy V, where the ninja guy is like crazy overpowered? What's the black bolster knife under the rook? Oh, the Eagle Rock. CKF and Terzwola. God, so epic. Let me talk about this thing. It's about 10 inches. So this is marble carbon fiber, titanium liners. We have a zirconium, a flat zirconium bolster, actual bolster. Timascus pivot collar. Zirconium backspacer, to my knowledge. Titanium pocket clip. Wish they didn't put Terzola right there. Another Timascus pivot collar. We have a beautiful, it's almost like a vapor blasted compound S90V blade. Mine's number 37. They also made these in S110V and Damasteel. In my opinion, this is the most beautiful version. Had they done this exact version with Damasteel, I think it would have been epic. Had they done this exact version with polished bolsters, that would have been even more epic. But this guy is a freakishly cool blade. Beautifully smooth. I think you can actually still buy some versions of that on NC Blade. Thanks for the great content. Thank you for being here. Hot take, compound grinds are extremely ugly. I don't know. I mean, like, I think that's kind of a fair take. A lot of people really want a clean, continuous blade. So the compound grind can ruin it, and especially if you have really flowy lines, because compound grinds often are just like one random curve or just one out-of-place vertical line. And so if you're really into flowy designs, it really can ruin it. So I don't know. I mean, like, I think that's fair. I mean, it just depends on what you like, you know? How do you enter the giveaway? I'm glad you asked. Right here it says how to enter. I'm not making fun of you. It's worth pointing out. There's a lot to look at. It's easy to miss the note cards because they're not interesting. There's a link in the description. If you're just now, I'm glad he asked. If you're just popping in here and you're like, what's going on? Open the description. It says, enter here, live participation required. Don't worry, I'm not going to try and sell you a timeshare or anything. It's literally just to keep all the comments in one place and to make sure that the comment pool I'm pulling from is live participants. So there's an unlisted video linked in the description. You click on it. It goes over the rules. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I'm not going to promote Patreon. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to be a paid member or anything. You don't have to pay anything. You don't even have to be subscribed, honestly. All you have to do is leave a comment. I would suggest leaving the word cheeseburger or something similar so that YouTube doesn't filter you. Don't leave any cuss words or anything like that. And then you have to have a US address. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, sorry. Okay. So there's a couple knives out here that I really want to talk about. Oh, Super Mario 3. God, I love hearing this. Welcome to Nights Around. Sorry, thank you for the donation and to the new member. Appreciate that. Sorry I missed him while I was gone. Well, I realized, so it took me a sec because I realized that I had put Drano in the downstairs bathroom sink and it said to wait 15 to 30 minutes and I waited 3 hours. So hopefully it's unclogged. I was like, oh crap, I was supposed to run water on this. Okay, 2 knives I got to talk about, and I'm going to pin links for these so you guys can check it out while this is something I have dedicated to doing because a lot of times when I want to highlight certain models, I don't provide links. So, let's do this. Sorry, I'm going to pin it. Okay, so this is the Vanguard Cheetah, and this company reached out to me, and I didn't realize it's Tuya producing this. This is very clean. Oh, God, that is clean. Very, very Sebenza-esque, but in a lot of the best ways. In my opinion, it's kind of like the Sebenza evolved into something that makes it much more enjoyable to carry and use. So this is M390. We have a superior thumb stud. We have a hand rub satin finished blade. We have a beautiful carbon fiber inlay and no body screws. None. That is one of the cleanest show sides. And let me deploy this again. Oh, the placement of that thumb stud, the deployment, the detent, all of this. Very good. Doesn't surprise me. The sound it makes is awesome too. Long, clean backspacer, milled clip that avoids the scale completely. It's on the frame. The inlay's on both sides, which is nice. No hardware even on the back side except for the pocket clip screws. Real nice. Little bit of billboarding back here. Not the worst thing in the world. Lock bar insert, all that. Real clean. These are about $250, and honestly, I think they're a pretty fair price. This is a beautiful EDC knife. And you know, if you've ever looked at the Sebenza and thought that'd be great, but I don't like the idea of the like stiff action. I also don't like the $450 price tag. The Vanguard Cheetah is not a bad alternative, not at all. And they are available $250 or $280 for a Timascus clip. And I think there's another accent in Timascus. I'm not sure, but there are Timascus options available. Give you $450 for it. No, you're overpaying. You can buy it right now for $250. There's a link to DLT. DLT carries those, and I really didn't know what to expect, and I got it, and I was like, wow, that's a great knife. Yeah, the link at the top of the page or the chat there, it goes to DLT. So check them out via that link if you want to. I think it's a great knife. $600 final offer. Stop it. The JW4 or the John Wick 4? Yeah. Have you seen what these go for now? What does the John Wick 4 edition? I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. I do have serial number 4. I do have serial number 4 of the John Wick 4 special edition Hawk Deadlock. No big deal, right? But what do these John Wick 4 Deadlocks go for secondary now? I'm just curious. I'm never going to sell mine, but what do they go for? 4K, 4,500 sounds about right to me. That's nuts. I saw one on, not 6. They're like $6,000? Well, these went for $3,500 originally. So $4,500 sounds fairly correct. DLC titanium, carbon fiber inlay, titanium switch, DLC blade. I can't remember if it's Magna Cut or 20 CV. I have no idea. John Wick didn't lick him, but it was in the movie just for a brief moment, and it was produced by Hawk. So, almost as famous. Somebody said AliExpress for $45. The best thing about the Hawk Deadlock is no Chinese company's been able to properly clone it, which I love. I love that anyone who has ever bought a clone doesn't actually get the Deadlock like full-on lockout. What it's known for is being the only OTF on Earth that operates smoothly and efficiently without any blade play. And they really do feel substantially better than any other OTF on the market. And I love that the cloners can't get it right. I just love that. That's just a daily pie in the face for those companies and the people who buy them. I'm sorry. I am aggressively anti-clone, and I love throwing pies. I love it. You got too many options to try and justify buying a clone. Too many options. And I'll tell you what, let me tell you a secret. If you buy clones, you know what the end of that path is? You end up regretting it and buying the real thing anyway. So congratulations, your bank account is decimated. You can put on your clown makeup. You can go down to your local grocery store. You buy a nice high-quality lemon meringue pie, set it on the table, and smash your face into it, you clown. I bet you hold your nose when you jump off the diving board, too. I'm sorry. I've used that twice now. I'm sorry. I'm really kidding. Like, buy what you want. It's your money. I'm totally kidding. I'm just trying. Don't let me make you frustrated. I'm really just joking around here. Doesn't sell high quality pies? What are you talking about? I'm kidding. I'm kidding with everybody. You can buy what you like. I am anti-clone, but it's your money. Spend it how you want. I'm always going to push you towards the real thing. Or buy an original cheap alternative. There's so many alternatives. Like, you don't have to buy something that's identical. I have a long wheeze, and I'm pretty sure that wheeze is going to give me an aneurysm someday. That's what you're going to read. For like a brief moment on social media, Metal Complex laughs himself to death on a live stream. Just catastrophic aneurysm because he won't let enough air escape his body while he's laughing at one of his own jokes. Idiot. An ironic self-pie in the face from Metal Complex. Something genetically keeps me from letting my laugh escape. Like if I make myself laugh a lot, which is a really cringy trait, but I wheeze really hard, and it just sounds like a poorly designed tea kettle, like somebody plugged it with a cork. And I just can't. The full laugh won't escape my body. How do I answer? Right here, big guy. I'm sorry. Cow. Link in the description. Oh, I haven't talked about my watch yet. I gotta talk about my watch, of course. I got a new watch. Another one. There's a link in the description. Just open the description up, click at the link that says enter here, and just follow the instructions of the video. I'm not gonna try and tell you anything. It's just to keep everybody's comments in the same place. Maybe you're just filled with hot air. Probably. You're losing it over that comment? I like to think that I'm funny. I think most people would describe me as cringe. I think the problem is that cringe is such a widespread definition that, like, I think what we've learned over especially the last 5 years on social media, is that all of us are cringe. The reason it's so easy to identify is because we are all victims, perpetrators. We produce it. We are manufacturers of cringe, the human race. We create it daily. All of us. It's only the people who decide to post it on social media that get ridiculed. I am 100% cringe. In fact, I might be YouTube's cringiest knife reviewer. I would accept that title. Do they give a plaque for that? Yeah, there's just I got too many like weird. I mean, it's like normal quirks and traits, but like what social media would consider weird and cringy, right? But I've created so much content. You guys have gotten so many of you have heard my voice, and you've been an audience to my mannerisms for so long. It's so easy to identify it, you know. And I think that a lot of you have just accepted it. You're like, yeah, he's cringe, but whatever. Like, I want to see the knives. He's kind of an idiot and he talks too much, but I want to see the knives. And I think that's fine. If you're going to be cringy, be self-aware, I guess. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know who's asking. Probably nobody, but there you go. Double cheeseburger? I don't know what the context of that is, but I agree. Hell yeah, brother. Bees Blades? Bees Blades? You think Bees Blades is cringe? I like Bees Blades. If he is, fine. A lot of times, the cringier the better. There's obviously a flare-up. I mean, so many, you have to understand, like, so many social media platforms have, like, capitalized on cringe because they know people flock to it. That's cringe. I pointed it out. That's cringe. I'm obviously not cringe because I can identify it. Yeah, they farm you. You can identify it because you're living the dream, brother. They want your interaction. Of course. All of us are. Come on. Just accept. Be okay with it. What's your favorite life brand? I don't know what that means. You mean knife brand? I think the company that's putting out the best cost to quality ratio is Kunwu, but I think if we're going to isolate it to American companies, I think it's Hogue. And I don't think too many people would disagree. Kershaw's American stuff is also very, very good. I want to show you guys my new watch. I figured I forked over $4,000 for the Tudor Pelagos, and so one of my old dream watches I realized should no longer be a problem. There was a long time where I could not justify buying this watch because of the price. I think retail is $3,000 on it, and I was seeing them go for about $2,500, sometimes less in some cases. And I realized, if I can justify $4,000 for the Pelagos, then I can do a little over $2,000 for a Marine Master 300. So I did finally buy the Marine Master 300 from Seiko, and I am so impressed with this. I didn't realize how much more of a high quality watch it was. My only gripe is that it still has the pinned links. I wish it had the screw down links, but this bracelet is so beautiful. I've been wearing it a bit, a couple of scratches on it. I love the super deep face. This one's absolutely perfect. It's lined up absolutely dead center. That was a big problem while I was hunting these. I kept finding pictures that were off center. Sellers would send me pictures, and I'm like, that's off center. I don't want that. I paid $2,250 for this, which I know isn't the very best price out there, but it's not bad. It's Nick described this as like a unibody or something like that. It doesn't have access from the back of the case because the case is all one piece, so it's all at the top. It's also got a more prestigious movement. I don't know much about that, but I do like that it has this unique adjustment here. This is like a ratcheting diver's extension that's actuated via the clasp safety up here. And it's really cool. That's a big deal for me because my wrists swell. So I didn't have to remove a link from this guy. I put it at the or close to the back. And every now and then I have to ratchet it, but it fits beautifully. I have a really close to an 8-inch wrist. I don't think quite there, but it fits beautifully. Very happy with that. I've tested it over 4 days. It's 6.5 seconds fast, which I don't think is bad. Watch, guys, 6.5 seconds. I do okay at $22.50 for that watch. It's almost exactly 6.5 seconds fast. I'm just curious. Not bad. And not a week, it was 4 days. I feel like it's more accurate than a lot of the watches I have. I know that the Pelagos is more. The Pelagos was like 4. It was like 4 seconds. It was like 3.5 to 4 seconds fast. All right, cool. Thank you for that reaffirmation. Let's talk about the second knife that I want to showcase tonight. Let's talk about the second knife I want to advertise. Excuse me. Showcase. Before I do this, I will, full transparency. ZT or Kai USA sent this to me. Whoa! 10 memberships. That was kind. Thank you. Doc Jekyll. Thank you very much for those 10 memberships. Congrats to people who won. So they sent this to me, but this is the new. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I've got to post the affiliate link. What am I doing here? I'm getting too excited about the knife. Hold on. I know a lot of you guys know. I know a lot of you guys bought it after watching the video. I was tracking the links, and there were like 20 people who bought this off the upload. So thank you if you bought one today. Whoops. God dang it, you guys are talking so fast. Replace pin comment. So this is the ZT0308 CF, and it is very expensive. I don't love the price tag on it, but this is the most ZT that they have released in forever. The 0308 is an excellent model, and it has 3D machined titanium, which is really cool, that alligator texturing. But it has a old school ZT carbon fiber front scale, this ZT0308 CF M390 satin finished blade, which really looks like a ZT. It's bulky, it's beefy. This flips so well. God, I would have lost my mind for this. Back in 2014, 2015, the prominence. A lot of people say it's 2012, whatever. This is the best version of the 0308, and it really looks and feels like a ZT. It's a lot of money. But I have not been happy with a ZT knife for years, and this was a breath of fresh air. God. And that carbon fiber scale is backed up by a steel liner. It's not a full carbon fiber front scale, which is great. I don't like it when they do that. I love it when they give that heavier, full-on feeling. They need to do a full titanium version of this. I think that'd be epic, but this version is super cool. If you're like me and you relish the glory days of ZT, this is that knife. This feels like ZT really returning to the roots. And the 0308 was real close in its base form, but this carbon fiber and satin finished version really feels like they just nailed it. God, it feels good. The D10 is so good. Wish they had done something a little different with a pocket clip, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy with the rest of it. There are almost 1,500 people in here on a Sunday. You guys are amazing. Making time for me on a Sunday. I know a lot of you have to work tomorrow. You probably weren't planning on having Gatorades, and you said, no, screw it. MC's live, I'm having Gatorades, and for that, I salute you. What time is it? I think it's almost time for... Yeah, it's 7:40, so listen up. If you just joined, know now, the giveaway is about to start. I need a quick second, but the giveaway is going to start here very soon. You need to follow the instructions on this card. If you just popped in and you're chatting, you're like commenting in chat, you're not entered. You actually have to follow these instructions. There's a link in the description. You got to click on it. Listen to the video so you know exactly what's going on, but you not have to pay anything or anything like that. Just leave a comment, okay? Be right back. All right. Sorry. Kids are getting in bed. It's regular Sunday evening for us, so we have bedtime stuff we're getting going on. I'm going to try to move a lot of these off, and actually I'm going to slowly put some of these back just because knives like the... I'm sure you guys understand. And I didn't show it tonight, but this is a custom, my most expensive knife ever, the custom Marfion Borka stitch with the Black Star grind. I'm not going to say all the words because it's just too long. DLC, all that. A $6,300 knife has to go back in the case. Actually, I think they knocked these back a little bit. I think some websites have them listed at only $5,800. But I didn't buy that to make money on it. I bought it because I liked it. The crown jewel of the collection, not my most expensive, but the full titanium arch nemesis that my wife had made for me for our 5-year anniversary, was also one that has to go back in the case. We'll put the auto stitch, the shadow stitch, the coolest version of the stitch, the automatic stitch that exists, in my opinion. Gonna put the Francois de Toy back. And put the Riat Jack 1.5 integral and Zircotai back. Number 2. Is that what that is? Yeah. Number 2 of 24. I know you guys like to see this stuff. F3NS in Vanax. Oh, my voice cracked. Vanax. Technicarbo. Aqua Technicarbo. I showed up late. What's with the cheetah knife? The Vanguard Cheetah? Yeah, at DLT. Great knife. We talked about it earlier. I can't really go into too much detail at the moment, but it's a great knife. $250. My first custom Damacor full-time Mascus. I keep wanting to say Sting. The Dragonfly by Herman. Beautiful. Another Herman Mantis. Beautiful sequence Damascus on that one. Kind of a magma Zircotai. Putting some of these other Shiros away. He's just showing off. Yeah, I definitely am. Sorry. Oz Roosevelt XL. Also great. MagnaCut 63 to 64. What a beast. If you haven't picked up a SOCOM Bravo yet, the black ones are definitely the coolest. They're also inexplicably $100 more expensive, but they definitely are cool. Can't even remember where all these go. Oh, no. The Skiff Drifter. Also Damacor, Zircotai, accents. A real American beauty there, for sure. That one can stay. That one needs to go. Rook. Panchenko and Hawk Rook. The rest of these can probably sit out just for a sec. Okay, your last moments to enter here. 15. We still made 1,500 on the population. That's wild. Thank you guys on a Sunday. Wow. Hey, listen, there's 1,521 people in here and 584 likes. If we could get that up to 1,000 real quick, that'd be excellent. I know you guys can spare the time to just hit that like button real quick. That would be excellent. It sounds like BS, but I've noticed there's definitely a direct correlation. If you like videos, if you like live streams, it really does pump it through the algorithm. So please do that. It really does work. I joke about that a lot, but it's not. That's the reason so many people talk about it. It really helps me out. We have 8 mystery knives to give away. If your name is drawn tonight, you can choose 2 of them. There are still premium knives hidden in these pouches. There are budget knives hidden in these pouches too, but rest assured, anything you win is very cool. I've made sure of it, personally. Where's the iPad? Oh, there it is. Way back in chat here. There we go. Give me a sec. Just loading the thing up. Oh, 7:47. So basically, like the moment after I get done drawing, I have to go. So we're at the end of the live stream. I'm gonna draw, and then I gotta get going real quick here. Turn the music up. Almost ready. Almost ready. I know, anticipation. Hype is building. It's weird when he doesn't talk and he doesn't yell. It's weird when it's quiet. Sorry, I know I'm throwing you guys off. All right. Here we go. Commentpicker.com. We're going to refresh the page. That way it's fresh. Everybody knows it's not not faking it. There it is. There's the link. You can check it yourself. It goes right to the video that you entered. I'm going to turn the volume down just a bit because it's kind of intense. Filter duplicate users is automatically checked. Get YouTube comments. We're going to find out how many of you actually commented. You can figure out the odds tonight. Probably 1,700. Nope. Almost 1,800. So there's almost 1,600 people in here. 1,800 people commented. So there's a small chance that the winner tonight is not here, in which case we will select another winner. You have to be live to win. So, by the way, it's 929 likes. Come on. Come on. Can we get it to 1,000? If you haven't liked it, just like it. Just get it to 1,000. Like, just for my ego. I'm going to draw either way. The first winner tonight, are you ready? Is Butch Green, 52.95. All right, missed you Friday night. Go MC. Thank you very much. A green bee, Butch Green. Let's find him in chat. Make yourself known, Butch Green. If he's not here, we move on after 2 minutes. He's here. I see him right there. Congratulations, Butch Green. All right. Chat, slow down for Butch. There's going to be 2 winners tonight, so don't leave yet. That's the first winner. We'll draw a second winner soon. Butch, I need 2 numbers, 1 through 8. Those are yours. Slow down here for Butch. Give me 2 numbers, Butch. Slow down for Butch. Butch is thinking he's going to give me 2 numbers soon. 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is, to my knowledge, right beside 6. So here we go. Just put those together so they don't fall over. Second one's kind of heavy. First one. We have, I forget this one. I think it's the Carrix from Migron. Black Carrix in micarta. 14C28N. Nice liner lock there. Believe we still have a titanium pocket clip. Very good EDC knife. Inexpensive but incredible considering it's contoured micarta on top of steel liners. Blackened coating, probably a PVD coating. I believe, in fact, it is a PVD coating. So, sincerely, a really good budget knife there. And then the second one, this is a little heavier. Oh, he got the big boy. So this is a locking knife, the PMP Big Boy XL at, I believe, over 10 inches. big phosphor bronze washer knife, 14T28N. So not a budget knife. It's actually outside of that, but it's a locking knife that doesn't have the one-handed opening offering, and that's because of the demographic that it was designed for, areas that outlaw one-handed opening. But it is a huge, like truly outdoor knife with the phosphor bronze washers. Very cool. Look at the size of this thing. Monstrous. Absolutely huge. So congratulations. What do you need to do to claim your prizes completely? Just email me with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact 2 knives that you want. All of that is very important. First and last name, shipping information, the exact knives you want. I will respond no later than next Friday. Don't be alarmed if I don't respond to you till next Friday. I'm not blowing you off. That's just when I do my shipping. You'll get the knife and at least the pouch it came in. If the boxing is there, I'll give it to you. But yeah, the knives are essentially unused outside of some pocket time and light use and carry from me for reviews. But yeah, they're all yours. So email me right there. All right. I'm going to put these back in the pouches and they'll stay in there until it's time for them to ship. All right, it's time to draw the final winner tonight. With 1,700 people on a Sunday. Maybe I should do these on Sundays. Oh my gosh. 1,700 people. That's crazy. This is more than my Friday night streams. Good Lord. Should I do these on Sundays? All right. Pick another winner. Here we go. Final winner tonight. Final winner. Cross your fingers. Lead. Oh, God. Look at the picture. Oh, my God. That is epic. Fake giveaway. It couldn't be more perfect. Oh, my God. That is the best. Please, dude, please let this guy be in here. It's Patrick from SpongeBob. Oh my God. Is he here? Oh, that is so epic. Oh, man. All right. Everybody says he's here. That's hilarious. Oh, no, I got an ad. Hold on. Stop it. Stupid ad. It's so long, too. God, what a long ad for Wells Fargo, you jerks. Stupid Wells Fargo. Here we go. That is amazing. This is my favorite YouTube account and comment ever. Like, this is so amazing that this guy won. I love that. I love the fake giveaway comment. All right. So, slow down, chat. Let him talk. And you got 6 to pick from. Give me 2 numbers, 1 through 6. Yeah, I see you. Oh, he's a knight too. That's epic. That's great. Leedle. Give me 2 numbers, buddy. I see you. Stupid guy on my phone. I see him. No, don't try to answer for him. Let him pick. 2 numbers. Three and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just clear these. First one. The Kaiser Feist in red micarta. Beautiful. It's actually textured, which is a really cool little detail there. 154 cm with their black wash finish. Really great, and one of the best starter front flippers ever. So maybe you have a front flipper. If you don't, and you've never experienced one, this is one of the better ones out there. You'll very much enjoy carrying this. So that one's yours. Forgot how to say yours. Sorry. The second one. Oh, you got a special boy. You got a special boy here. This is the Concept. Oh crap! What's the freaking choppy thing? The Concept. God dang it! What the heck are these called? The Corvid. in their Damascus, a beautiful pattern on Damascus, and this is titanium. Titanium with a steel liner. Definitely one of the more special ones, for sure. An absolutely ridiculous knife. Very cool. It's the medium-sized corvid. Still huge, though. Absolutely gigantic, but a special one in titanium. This is the only one in this size and this combination that I've ever seen. I've never seen a titanium M corvid. So there you go. You got one of the... Look how big that thing is. Congratulations. All right. So email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact 2 knives that you won. And I will ship these out and contact you back no later than Friday of next week. Congratulations. What time is it? Oh, 7:57. Here you go. I got to do this quick, guys. Here's 20 memberships from me. Hold on. Let me buy them. 20 free memberships going to random people in chat incoming. Use them wisely. $1,100 likes. Thank you very much, guys. This was way more. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but I didn't expect the population to even get to 1,000 tonight. So, well, we peaked at like 1,700 or something. That's amazing. Thank you. I expect you guys to show up for 500K. You don't want to miss that one. I would love to break 3,000. Does anybody remember what the live stream record is on this channel? I think it's like 26 or 2,700. Something like that. Maybe 2,500. I can't remember, but I would love to break 3,000 for 500K. That would be absolutely insane. Yeah, whatever it is fine. I mean, the lower the population, the better the odds. So whatever. It's for you guys. So 2,800. Yeah, it was pretty high. 2,800. Okay. All right. Well, there's a chance we could break 3,000 at 500K. I mean, we should. A lot of those people who sub are from YouTube Shorts, so they don't watch the regular content, which is fine. But yeah, 3,000 on a live stream would be pretty epic. All right. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. I hope you all are in good shape. If you have to work tomorrow, go to bed. That's going to be it for me. It's time to tend to my Sunday evening duties. Wow, what a crazy deal. YouTube is nuts, man. This whole YouTube journey thing is nuts. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening. Thank you for that donation. And an excellent rest of your evening. Bye.